Hey guys, I'm Anthony Cruz. Thanks for clicking on my discussion board, I guess. Sorry for the weird setup. I've been trying to figure out this whole getting the video thing going, but this is what I got going so far. But I'm here to talk about the 1-4 Group and their corporate business aviation. Specifically, the 1-4 Group focuses on potato storage. They're based out of Idaho, of course. Never really thought about it, but it was kind of interesting, actually. But in the early days, the 1-4 Group initially only served local rural farmers and food producers. And in 1971, they were finally able to invest in a Piper Cherokee Delta. They said that this produced a lot greater flexibility and mobility for their company and really allowed for them to get into multiple towns and provide services to multiple different customers around the state as well and still get home at night. So it really kind of helped them gain their flexibility. Later on, they developed some quick growth. They were able to upgrade to some piston twins and turboprops. And by 2019, they were able to invest in a Piper Arrow and a Cheyenne 400. For the most part, they just used this for business meetings, work travel, or visiting employees in El Salvador, as you can see later on in the slide here. But for the most part, they didn't really transport anything, just kind of talking to their customers and whatnot. This provided even greater flexibility with their larger fleet and even gave them more opportunities internationally. And for the most part, they deal in Canada and North and South America, but they also delve into business, like I said, in North and South America, but also Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. I believe it said that they had about 100 employees in El Salvador at the time. Just like any other business, though, with COVID-19, they had much less business with the same expenses. And even just before COVID-19, they had recently invested in a Cessna Citation, which is definitely not a cheap plane to maintain or fly. But they continued to train and expand the aviation department of their business. And during the downtime with little to no flying, they were able to really analyze how they were flying, increasing safety and the costs, or decreasing the costs, excuse me. And because of this, they were able to justify the upgrade of getting winglets on their aircraft, which is definitely not a cheap upgrade. But why continue investing during a pandemic? To me, it seems like he's a very face-to-face guy because of this quote. But he said, because, and that's their CEO's name, you can make a phone call, that's great, but face-to-face is irreplaceable. He seems to be pretty old school with that, and the aviation definitely gives him a lot more opportunity to give face-to-face business and kind of give that personal touch that he seems to love to give in his business. In regards to stewardship, though, I like to look at Luke 14:28. For which of you desiring to build a tower does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it? They really did show this a lot, especially in the article that I read, is in their flight and cost analysis, really improving safety, but also the economy of their flights with their installation of winglets, which is definitely a long-term investment. But it really shows that they are willing to spend a lot of money for a good return on customer service and really giving the best they can with their resources available to their customers and really trying to do their best in this world, especially during a pandemic. And there's the works cited. That's the article I used if you want to look it up. It's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, thanks for watching.